let me quote Intellectuals in Society, quote, "The fatal misstep of intellectuals is assuming that superior ability within a particular realm can be generalized to superior wisdom or morality overall. Chess grandmasters, musical prodigies, and others who are as remarkable within their respective specialties as intellectuals within theirs seldom make that mistake." Explain that. Why would it? Well, let's take an example. Noam Chomsky, whom you write about in Intellectuals in Society, whose work in linguistics, in the first place, I can't understand it, but as best I can tell, everyone who understands his technical work within the field, within his discipline of linguistics, considers him one of the great figures of the 20th century. And his work in politics?
Absurdity. The same could be said of Bertrand Russell and his landmark works on mathematics, and other people in other fields, but they step outside their field. And when you step outside your level of specialty, sometimes that's like stepping off a cliff.
And why is it?
He's right. I agree.
Do you believe that this could also apply to Thomas Sowell himself?
That was my whole point. That was my whole point. Absolutely.
Wouldn't that, level of expertise in one field help you translate it faster into the other field?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily, because the criteria may be different. It's like people used to say, oh, because Donald Trump is a successful businessman, he therefore will be able to translate that success into the presidency, and it will be reflected in the economy. And I'm sure there are many other instances. I gave one, which is Ben Carson. I mean, as a surgeon, he was brilliant. In his field, the uninitiated are going to look at him as if he's almost godlike. But when he comes out of that holy citadel of Johns Hopkins University or wherever it is he's practicing, and now he's down here with us mortals in the sludge pool where people are sludging mud back and forth in politics, it was very evident from early on that outside of his profession, he was an idiot. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. I mean, I will never forget seeing that during the campaign. I was shocked because I had never perceived him that way. That's like, oh, I'm great over here. I'm wonderful over here. It's like, I'm sure we could all agree that Jay-Z is a great rapper. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? But that doesn't mean that he can transition into singing. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he can transition into singing. I think Mr. Peterson, who you guys love so much, he said that in order for people to be successful, they really have to put on a certain level of blinders for an extended period of time to the point where they have no life. And it's a sacrifice and you end up paying for it. Right? But he said it's still what has to happen if you want to be the number one person in your field or in your whatever. It's character that translates all of these fields. That was my whole point. It's character. With respect to advancing your expertise across the board, there's just as much value in the area of character as there is in the area of just raw intellectualism. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that you take with you no matter where you go. Yourself.